Hi all, hope you're doing great today. And today we would be covering the marketing module of Dynamics CRM. The marketing module is one of the important module and asset to this product. Reason stated, it helps in sending out communications to your account and contacts in the application. Since this module shares the table, that is account and contact table is common between your sales module and marketing module, so it helps you to get in touch with the customers again and again whenever you need it. Let's say you are planning to launch a new product for your organization. Definitely you would be planning to send out emails to them, or let's say you are planning to wish them a new year or a birthday or anything, then you can definitely plan using the marketing module for all these capabilities. The marketing module contains three sections, and that is real-time marketing, outbound marketing, and event planning. Now let's first discuss about what is the difference between these three, when to use what. So real-time marketing, as the name suggests, it's a one-time email which is being sent to your prospective customers, which includes your account and contact. Let's say I want to wish you a new year or a Merry Christmas. For this email, which I would be sending you over, I am not expecting a response from you. I am just willing to deliver an information to you. This information I can deliver it to you through three mediums. That could be an email, a text message, and a push notification if you are having any specific app which is being used by your account and contacts. So usually what happens is, let's take an example of Ola cabs. They want to send a notification to all their customers that the prices for the ride would be hiked by 10 rupees. So what they can do is they can use this module, that is marketing module, since you are already a contact and account with Ola. So they would be able to pull out all that information and send you a push notification to all their app users on the go. Same goes for the email. That is, you can plan, you can generate an email template, you can design it using this module, and can design a journey for the customers which can be sent over, and the customer would be able to take up an action based upon the design of this. Same goes for text message. Let's say I want to send you a text message with a URL or something, I can send it over here. This module supports uploading of your images, libraries, HTML, etc. Along with it, it has multiple templates which are available, which can be used by us so as to meet up different expectations. Now let's switch over to an outbound marketing. Outbound marketing is more of like a journey which we design, wherein we are expecting a response from the customer, wherein we are expecting interaction with the customer. Let's say I am planning to launch a new product for my organization. I would be delivering multiple things to you. Let's say I would be sending first an introductory email to you. Based upon your response to that email, I would be sending out you another email of stage 1, that more features about the product. But if you have not responded to me, then I want to reset that introduction mail to you again in next 5 days. Based upon your interaction, I want to send you a link, a form out in there, a marketing form which you can fill in, and based upon the information you would be filling in, I want to create a lead record or a contact record in the application. That comes under outbound marketing, wherein there would be a interaction, where you are expecting an interaction or multiple stage processes in there. Usually it is also denoted as campaigns, wherein we would be having multiple activities associated to it. And the third and the most important, which has been recently introduced, that is event marketing module, also supports a way in which you can plan organizing an event in the organization. For the organization, let's say I am planning to host an event which wherein people would be joining me on webinar, and there would be multiple speakers which would be coming, there would be multiple registrations which would be happening for it, or there would be multiple locations we would be booking in. All those things can be managed in the marketing module, event planning of the marketing module. So let's start discussing about first, and the most important is the real-time marketing. The real-time marketing module or this outbound marketing module has a very much specific thing in place, that is segment. And now I would like to explain you about the segments out in there. A segment is nothing. A segment is something or nothing, like it's more of like a distribution list. So usually when you work in an organization, you have a distribution list wherein a group of people, a set of people are part of that group to whom we target to send out our communication. Let's say in a dynamic CRM team in your organization. Now this dynamic CRM team, users can be added either through a query which would be executed once and would be part of that records or that segment, or we want a dynamic query, that is whenever this distribution list is being used, please execute this query to pull out all the prospected users to it. On the same lines, in marketing module, we have segments out in there. We can define a segment as a group two of contacts or accounts or leads who are our prospected customers. Contacts starting with letter, let's say A. I want to have all those contacts to it. Now I would be designing a query, and that query would be helping me to pull out all those contacts which are associated to it. So let's say contact, full name or full, so we have two attributes. Full name begins with letter A. Okay, I am saying A. Let's say this is my query, and I save it. The query will execute in the background, will pull out all the members which are associated, which are meeting up this expectation, and it has pulled out 15 members. I am say ready to use. Now I can use this set of people to send out any of the things, that is push notifications, emails or text messages. Let's try generating or developing an email template now. So let's say I want to send out an email with an introduction to my organization. So what would be the thing? The first and the most important thing would be designing or consuming a template. Now marketing module offers you both the functionalities. It offers you a pre-built set of templates which you can configure based upon your requirement, or if you wish, you can have or develop new templates which can be used by the people in your organization. Since we are in a demo, so I am just trying to use an existing template, and let's say I am using one column template. I simply select this template and all the information will be populated based upon the template. Now if you want to add more elements to it, definitely you can add more elements which could include your text, image, button, divider, or you can design it the way you wish it. There are multiple other options, like you have content blocks, you have content ideas. If you have any, you have personalizations. Like personalizations include, let's say whenever the email would be dropped, the body will contain the name of the content or the person to whom you are sending out an email. And now I am selecting as a head sender of this email. So let's say introduction email is the subject. We are just filling in some random details. From I'm using, usually what happens is over here we use some do not reply type of email. I have not configured it, so that's the reason. From name Sumit Gupta, and reply to mail I am simply saying do not reply at the rate of sumit2277.on.microsoft.com. Okay, I just created this email and I'm naming it as introduction email beginning with letter A. I'm just saving it for now. If you wish, you can test it, you can check the content out in here, and this email body is now available. Now the third step is to send out this email to the people, definitely our contacts to who are our targeted audience. So for that we need to click on journey, because we would be now designing a journey of the people. Let's say click new journey. The journey name is introduction email to contact with letter A. because it's not taking it. Now what type of trigger you want, whether you want to have a trigger based upon some action in the application, or whether you want to reach up a targeted audience. So I want to reach up a targeted audience, and the audience name is contact with starting letter A. Now select the frequency. How many times do you want to send this email? Whether it is a static audience, you want to send it now and then that's all. Whether you want to send it every time whenever new person would be part of this segment, and that new person would be sent an email, not the existing one. Or whether you want everyone to be sent over this mail again and again. I am selecting as one time journey with static audience. We need to select the date and time when you want to start it, and we simply create it. So now the trigger point has been created. Now the next thing is including that email which we have created already. So we can have send an email, send a text message, send a push notification. We have generated an email. An email is which email? Introduction email letter with beginning. Send to email. The body has been in here. Now let's save it. And now we need to publish it. So let's see what are the errors. Error is a message cannot be draft. Okay, so my message email has not been live. So let's go to back to this and let's publish it. It's in draft state, that's the reason. Let's publish it. There should be it's validating it. See, now it's ready to send, and now I can publish it. Okay, now that part has been removed. Save and publish. Now whenever the opportunity, whenever the time will come for this marketing campaign to run, the journey for the customers would be increasing or would be starting, and they would start receiving an email. Now in this email, if you have seen, there were various other conditions like if else, wait till, or other things out in there. You can definitely consume those used based upon their requirement. Now in here we do have an analytics section wherein we would be able to analyze how many emails have been delivered, how many real email IDs do we have. Let's say we are targeting to deliver 500 emails. How many emails in actual have been delivered? Let's say 100, 200 or 400, so that we can improvise ourselves, we can improvise our data, so that we can reach up or meet up the largest expectations of the organization. Now I would be switching over to the other module, and let's wait for a minute for this thing to publish out in there. This is all about the analytics, like how many journeys we have designed, what have been the response, how many people have been responding to us, where, like, based upon the emails being sent over, are we able to meet up our journey goals or not. All that information can be tracked in here. Again, we do have a section specifically for channels, like which channel is being used most, like emails, push notification or text message. All those things can be tracked in here. The data has not been generated in here for my dashboards. Reason stated, I am using an introduction or a demo instance, that's the reason. Now let's switch over to the other thing, that is outbound marketing, which usually we all go across. Let's say if you have felt at times, what exactly happens is, let's say you are receiving an email from a food delivery organization, let's say like Zomato. What they do is they keep on sending you an email like, hey Sumit, happy new year, and we are offering you a specific discount of 5% for if you order our food from us. Let's say you have seen that email and you are not responded to that email, you haven't placed an order to that. Next day or in next couple of days, you would be again receiving another email stating that now the discount has been hiked for you for 7% or 10%. Whereas the person who has already taken up an order with Zomato at 5% discount, he would be given another email route or discussion like, hey Mr. Raj, you have already placed an order to us, thanks for sending of the order. All those things can be linked or can be done in outbound marketing. In outbound marketing, again, we are using the same concepts of accounts, contacts, and segments. That is, the segment is like a distribution list which can be static or dynamic based upon your requirement. We do have a subscription list in here. I would be explaining you subscription list in a small while. Then we have marketing executions. The way we had a journey in our previous module, on the same lines, we do have a customer journey in here. This customer journey is more detailed one, like whether we have received a response or not. If the response is being received and if it's a new customer, kindly create a new record, a lead record out in the system, all those things. If you have events associated to it, yes, you can associate event information to it. Now the most important part, that is, this module supports certain law rules engine. That is, you can design certain rules out in there, and based upon the response from the person, it would be able to identify or match an existing lead record or a contact record in your application, and will be able to create new leads and update existing records, which is one of the most important aspect. Because what's happened is, let's say I send out an email with some fields out in there, you fill it in, and I am able to track that information to create prospected clients in my system. As well as it is also supports scoring model, that is based upon your response, how many times you have responded or how many times like you have opened the email, we would be able to track the scoring, and we would be able to identify that this is one of the hot leads which we should target now rather than just waiting and deciding. Internet marketing, one of the most important aspect of this module, that is you can have marketing forms, marketing pages which can be hosted on your websites, dynamic CRM portals, which can be used to fill the information, and again pulling out that information and filling it into our applications. You can have marketing contents, definitely the way we did have the library in the previous, that is real time. In here we have images, keywords, content blocks, videos, and personalized pages. We can define or develop multiple type of templates, like a journey template. Once it has been developed, if any of the people in our organization would be using this template, they would be able to identify the steps, and you there simply need to map the email templates, the page templates in there without doing much of the efforts. Email templates ready to design or ready to use email bodies which you can use in the organization, page templates to define the pages out in there, form templates is designing the forms. I would be demoing you both the page and the form templates in a small while. If you want to create segment templates, yes, you can do it. Form fields can be placed in there, content settings, all those things are possible out in here. This module also supports social media including LinkedIn. That is, if you wish to execute campaigns over LinkedIn, that is also supported in here. I did configure it and I did try it, posting some content on LinkedIn, and it went all well. That is, you can design the content in this application, that is Dynamics 365 Marketing Outbound Marketing module, and those would be scheduled to be posted on your LinkedIn, and you would be able even to capture the response from there. So now let's move ahead with first and the most important, that is designing of a marketing form and a marketing page. So marketing form is nothing, is something like a general HTML form which you can design for your organization. Now these marketing forms, it's loading for us. So these marketing forms can have multiple fields out in there, description boxes and other stuff out in there. So I did tried creating a marketing form, let's say simple form, probably that was one, and it is having everything in here. Now this marketing form, probably this is not that one. Yeah, it's loading. Let's see. Yeah, this is the one. So this marketing form, we have this marketing form. This marketing form has all the information associated to it, like simple form. Now these are the contact form matching and lead form matching. That is, whenever a person would be responding or filling in the information in this marketing form, when it is being hosted on your website, this contact matching rule or the lead matching rule, based upon this rule, it would be able to create a contact or it will be able to create update a contact or create a new lead in the application. And that is the most important aspect in our businesses, that is we are able to grab the information from the other end. Now we can host this form into multiple applications. That is, this form cannot be shared directly with anyone. You need to create a marketing page, and this page would be generating a URL which we can share with anyone. So let's see, I've done it before before this. See, this is my marketing page. I'm just opening it. So what is happening is, if you can see, this page, marketing page, is hosting a marketing form, and when I am opening this marketing page, this form is opening. Now let's try creating a record, and let's say demo last name. I'm just filling in random information, demo at the rate of lastname.com, and let's submit it. If you can see, that record has been submitted successfully. Now I would be presenting to you that the lead record from this information has been created successfully in the application. So for now, if you can see on my screen, I am trying to open the advanced find so that we can match that lead record has been created. In the meanwhile, I will take you to the lead form, that form which is associated in here, and we would be able to see the submissions, and submission would be something invisible in here. Probably the submission which we have made through that form has already been processed. That's the reason it is not visible in here. Usually when you submit a record, it would be available to you in here without any issues. So I'm just trying to open another advanced find so that we can see that the lead record has been created successfully out in here. Now I've just see lead, and I just resulted it, and you can see a record has been created with the same information, demo last name. This shows that our teams who are working day and night to generate new leads, now they can use this record, they can move this record through different stages, and they can target to sell the new products to it. Since this lead has been created through marketing module, so this has been opened in this form format, wherein we have all the information: inquiry, automated qualification, do you want it to take it to the next stage, third stage, fourth stage, fifth stage. So it can move it through different stages. If you wish, you can directly qualify it, and then it would be shown as an opportunity to our prospected salesperson out in there. This is one of the aspects of the marketing module, marketing forms and marketing pages. Now if over the email, when we are sending out an email, what exactly happens is, at times we would be sending them a URL. That URL would be part of your email, and when the person clicks in, they would be directed to this website of yours, and then it would be redirected to any place in there. Now we have just seen the leads part, that the scoring model. Now events I would be showing you in a short while, but let's go towards the customer journey part. So now in here, the customer journey part can be designed more descriptively as compared to what we have done in there. So I am just trying to create a new marketing journey or customer journey. You can see I have a lot of templates. I am just skipping the template for now, or let's say onboard new customer by sending. Let's select this template. See, it has everything possible out in here. First we need to select the audience. So I would be selecting the segment again, that is the prospected receivers for this customer journey. That is, who would be the one who would be receiving the email, the distribution list, whether it's dynamic or whether it's static, we can attach it. Now then the second thing is choose an email. Then we would be selecting that email which we want to send it. Now after a month, if you want to send it another email, wait for a month, another email, and all this thing would be taken care by this application itself. You simply need to attach it, the emails you want to send it over, and what is the steps and the process out in there. Now the general part includes all those information, like what's the name, what is the status, when you want to start it, what would be the content in here, description out in there. And for each of the customer journey, a insight would be generated that would help you to track what exactly is going in the application, which journey of our customer is working which way, which is the most important part for our businesses. Now We do have a settings module, that is wherein we can manage various things like the versions, like which version of CRM or which version of marketing module is being used by us. If you want to set up a quota limit, let's say we won't be sending more than 1,000 emails in a day, 50 mails messages in a day, or hundred of push notification, all those things can be done. And if you can see in my application already, I have set the target as 1,000, monthly interaction quota is 1,000, in which 16 I have already used. Marketing contacts, I have already used this 10,000. Free text messages, when you configure this module, the best part is you get 100 free messages. I did tried sending few of them, and that's the reason my 99 is remaining. Usage limit, like quota is the quota you set, and usage limit is the like how much it has been already used. We do have domain authentications out in there, the functionalities. Let's say for now I am using the default domain which is being offered by Microsoft, that is this domain of mine. What if you want to have, you want to set up a domain of your own organization? You can have domain authentications out in there. Landing pages is something like whenever an email being sent over, and the people would be clicking over, and then they would be redirected to a landing page through which they may proceed ahead. So we can do all that part. Designer features is for email templates, designing features like who should be allowed to design how much, all those stuff in there. Customer, definitely if I am using a specific Azure SMS functionality which is being offered by Microsoft, but at times what exactly happens is, instead of a phone number being received as your SMS provider, you want some keywords out in there, you want some push notification settings out in there. All those things is possible in there. For events, we do have all this. By default, Microsoft Marketing supports on24.com as one of their application, a supported application for hosting or doing all the webinar related details. But it does support other applications including Zoom, including other applications which needs an application ID to set the configuration out in there. And so this was all about the marketing module, and this is unified marketing which we have discussed. Earlier, before this, there was a custom marketing module which used to be there in place, and that's the reason, like that was the old earlier module. This is the latest module, and you can reach me for any of your queries or questions regarding this module any of the time. I personally have implemented the marketing module for multiple projects, and it's one of the most trusted module, most trusted and most innovative module, wherein we are able to track a lot of things over the marketing, which was always a missing block in Dynamics CRM. Thank you all. Have a great day ahead.